Hello everyone, welcome back to the H&S podcast, another Supercoach special today. On the screen, you've got Henry's team, 950. Actually, why am I taking your thunder? Henry, mate, take it away.
Hi everyone. So this week isn't the best score, and I think a lot of people would have been on the same boat,
Yeah, we
at
all
least from the
suck.
screenshot that I saw from Shaun's team, and also you would have seen in our a guest, sorry, that joins us every now and then, James. He's had a very similar low score as well in the 900s, but yes, round three, 915. We have dropped 75,000 places, ranks, sorry.
So that's
And
only
then, same,
for round rank.
yeah, for round rank. And then on the right hand side here for the season rank, though, we've dropped 25,000 ranks there. So, yeah, bit of a struggle this week. Hopefully, the trades this week or the changes we make this week makes a vast change. Because we made some big changes last week to try and make sure that we made money in the upcoming week. So let's see what we can
Yeah. I've
get
just
away
pulled
with
up
this week.
the Poddy team. 884 was its round score. That's a round rank of 110,000. Season rank is 29,000, so we've gone down 26k. So yeah, big trades probably needed, but luckily most people seem to have gone shit unless they captain Payne Haas or Ruben Garrick. No, don't do that.
Yep.
Alrighty, back to Henry's team.
Okay, so yeah, there was some shockers here, and some of it was due to injury. So Watson didn't have such a great game. I think he was out for HIA, from memory, after a
Yep.
certain tackle that he did.
Mhm.
Saka, I've got no idea why he scored so low. Um, I mean, Arthur's was bound to have a low scoring game this week, or was about to have one in
Mate,
some week,
that's
and
not
it was
even
just
low.
this week.
That's a good
I
score.
know, I know it's not, I know it's not low, but I mean lower than what he was performing at
Yeah.
the
Look,
previous week.
and I think
He's probably wouldn't
context
get
is
them.
good to give as well. Supercoach has what we call a 60-60 rule.
Yep.
And it's or is it a 60-80 rule? Either way, the benchmark score is about 60. If you've got somebody scoring 60, 80% of the time or 60% of the time, they're classed as a gun.
Yep.
So 60 is take that home to the bank. You'd be very happy.
And yeah, then we look at this score over here, and we made massive trades to get him, but we got two. Not that we could have predicted that he'd get knocked out in the first 10 minutes of the game. Yeah, it was just unfortunate there. So just a few there, but let's go through what we need to know here, Shaun. So I can see there's a bunch of little arrows right now and a bunch of down arrows. Are these just performance or money as well? What's
it's
these
it's
arrows?
only money. It's only money.
Only
So
money.
a green arrow would be they went up in price. A red arrow would be they went down in price.
Okay. So that's kind of shit that he went down a bit, but
Yeah.
fine. But we've got McLean going up, which is great because especially with his first week, and then you've got
Have you
the rest of the boys here going up.
have you had a chance to check team list?
No, I haven't.
I don't think McLean's in the team. Yeah, McLean's not in the team. Tom Jenkins is at centre now.
Let me check.
That's the first game.
So it's a good call out.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, he went up in value. We could possibly trade out if needed. Not that we need to be that dramatic early on, but we might
Mm.
as well see what's available because we do have some changes that I might want to make with Toya, Tamal or Purdy. I mean, Purdue, sorry. Look at him play so much better this week.
I can't believe I sold him.
Um,
I'm so angry.
yeah. So,
But so do you want to like a pretty good way to sort of get your bearings on a team because it can be a lot, especially when you're new. Do you want to set up your team? So don't. Yeah, cool. Don't tick there.
yeah,
That's
click out
just
of it.
marketing. Yeah. Um, Do you want to set up your team without trades for this week to see who you're going to start and play, and then we can look at gaps in your team and weaknesses, and then go from there. It's just a way to filter
Sure.
things
So
and
we
make
got
sure you don't miss something. Um,
yep. So let's quickly look at. I'm just doing this quick glance.
yeah,
You
no
can
worries.
see me switch tabs, right?
Yes, yeah. So just make sure
Okay.
you don't bring over all
So
that
we
other
got.
stuff you've got on your computer.
So we got Tamale. We've got Tom Starling starting. So I'm happy with keeping that
Yeah. Do you want to go
over
back to the team
Mamazulis.
so you can sub in and out as needed? So on
And then we've got
Supercoach,
Cowboys. Yep.
hit my team or hit my team.
Where's my?
Top left.
Yeah. Yep.
And that
Yep.
way, when we can sub in reserve as needed to set the team up for the week, and then we can trade later.
Okay. So we know Starling's playing, so that's fine. We know. Oh, I actually don't know if Taylor May is playing. He's got no injuries or anything, right? I mean,
No,
it would have
yeah,
given
he's
me a
playing.
warning.
He's playing.
Okay, so that's
Uh,
fine. Man, he's playing so bloody consistent. He's
bro, he's a
like
beast.
I hope Roosters are hitting. Fasuma Awi, 61. I don't think he's
No,
got any issues playing this week as well.
I'll double check every player that you've got starting instead of having you tab back and forth. So I'll pull it up on my end here,
Perfect.
and if there's any red flags, I'll let you know.
Perfect. Okay, so we got them. They're good. Olukuwatu, Hopgood. They're all good. Along with Watson. No one I'd switch out
Watson's
here, to
out.
be honest. Oh yeah, injury. I
Concussed,
mean
yeah,
the head knock.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you'd sub him, So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I keep
No,
doing the
no,
same
no.
thing.
This is what the point of this series is for.
Sub
Uh,
Martin in for now.
yeah. Scroll up a little bit. I just want to see something on your forwards. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I just want to see if you had any duels that are relevant.
Oh,
So duels
okay.
are players who
Is
can play
Cleary out as well?
substitutions. Yeah, Cleary's gone.
So he's got
Trent,
that mandatory stand down.
yeah, Trent Telao is coming to start. Good little young gun.
Okay, we'll switch that up for now. Munster. We got Munster playing
Mhm.
Metcalf. Who's Warriors playing?
Tigers away.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, then we've got down here, you said McLean, so I'll switch out McLean for
Mhm.
now. And I'll put Tamale. Okay, we got Arthur's playing, we got Azaka playing, and Toya playing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Now the only
Kellen
thing I'd
Ponga
say is
playing.
keep an eye on team list tomorrow night because McLean might come into the team. He's listed at 18th man. I
Okay,
doubt he comes in though. I doubt it.
yep. And then we've got Iongi definitely playing.
Mhm.
And he's gone up in value perfect, even though Para hasn't had the best start of the
Mm.
season. Okay, and then we get Ponga and Trbojevic, which Trbojevic is still in the injury list, correct?
No, so Turbo's back,
Or is he playing
but
this?
Pong is on the bye. I know
That's
you
right,
wanted him to
Ponga's
sit
on the
out
bye.
against Para, but unfortunately, mate, he's been named.
All right, just do another knock on his hamstring and we should be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Now set some
we've
reserves.
done that, and then yep,
Cool.
sending reserves. We got our boy here,
Oh,
Corey
Halls, mate,
Hallsborough.
far out. He's so good.
We've got our boy here, Metcalf. Um, Purdue, and then I'm just gonna put it on Mamazilis
Cool.
because I don't feel like anyone else is really gonna score that well. Okay, so let's go down, and I want to start off with the wings first. We're looking at Billy Smith still not playing, sitting on my roster here.
Yeah.
McLean's gone up in price. Do we see McLean playing in the next couple of weeks
I don't
and still
know.
keeping the consistency? I think the consistency is no problem. I think he's only on the upward trajectory. I just don't know why did he get dropped this week and what does that mean for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think Jenkins just played really well. I would hold McLean just because it's you don't need to sell him. Unless we can find a need to sell him, then we'd get rid of him. But
Yeah,
he's not doing any harm. If he plays one more game, he'll make like another 50k.
yep,
Um,
exactly. I mean, we got Toya, we got Purdue that we need to kind of look into first.
yeah, who do the Cowboys play this week?
The Cowboys are versus the
So
Raiders, I think from memory.
yeah, so if you go on the right and scroll down, there we go. Yeah, yeah, they got the Raiders. Wow, good memory. Up at home as well. So what
Yep.
weaknesses do you see in your team? What trade outs are glaringly obvious? There's also one trade in from last week that you might want to do this week. I stopped people doing it.
Glaring wise, I think I want to see whether there's another option for the halfback position
Mm.
potentially, if there's a slightly better one. The other piece here would be my second row of. I'm still not convinced on Hopgood, and he's dropped in value as well.
Yeah,
But I'm just not convinced with him.
yeah.
And
What
then
I
if
would
I go back down to, yep, go for it.
so with your second row, Hopgood you're not convinced with. Personally, after 67, you need points, so I'd hold him. Um, but I would look at the break even of Hopgood, Martin, and Hetherington, and see who's the most urgent trade out. Hetherington's probably peaked unless he gets lucky with a try. But yeah, Hetherington, Martin, and Hopgood are the three that I'd look at. So Hetherington's break even is 62. Liam Martin's 62. And he's got
I
Souths
mean, he
though.
could hit that.
He could hit
Yeah, he
that,
could
and he's
hit
got
that with
Souths.
South.
And he's got Souths. That's the
Yeah, he
thing.
could easily. I'm
My
not
only
worried about
concern
that
is
then.
last week he got 44 playing 80. But if he gets a try, then a different story, right? So you got Martin
Yep.
62, Kobe 35.
Break even for 35. Isn't
Yeah,
much there.
no, but
Pretty
but
easy for
but
him
look at
there.
what he's been scoring. Scroll down. He's got an average of 44.
Yeah, he can hit that. That
The
was
other
his
thing is
lowest.
though, his minutes were cut. So if you scroll back down next to his score, you can see the minutes that he played, and it was only 36. I know Payne Haas played like 70 minutes, so I don't know
That's
why
because
that
he was just
was.
absolutely killing it.
Yeah, but usually he only plays like 50, and then those minutes will come. So that's another one, and then Hopgood, what's he at?
Oops.
Here we go. So 86, not the worst to be honest, for a guy that can score well. Um, yeah,
That can score well.
yeah.
I don't know about that, Shaun, but yeah.
I mean,
I mean, we're racing Manly
what
at 4 points.
the thing with forwards like Hopgood is the more tries they get scored, the less tackles and stuff they make. So last week wasn't necessarily a low scoring game, but it was a closer game. So he got to make more tackles, and you can see that in his base. He got base of 61, which meant he was doing more
Yep.
runs, more tackles. Versus when you got slapped by Melbourne, his base was only 46, and he played so many more minutes, right?
Yep.
And the other thing is, nothing much has changed to say he's not a gun. Right? You can explain his low scores, and you need the points. So unless you need the money, I reckon keep him. Because you can't just keep getting,
Okay.
like, even if you only get 60, that's more than what Hetherington's going to get. And at some point, you do need to prioritize points as well.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
don't
Well,
lose the
so
cash
I mean,
until you trade him out. But it's also not a bad
I
trade out.
want. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see what my options are.
Yeah.
Only because I also think Hopgood's points. Although I know he can be consistent and he's good effort player. I don't think he's been at the peak as he was in the first season with us. And then with the acquisition of Dylan Walker, he's effective immediately, right?
Yeah, I
So
don't think he'll
he's
play
not
this
playing
week,
this
but he
week,
might play
but
next. Sorry,
play
yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
I can imagine that being impact onto Hopgood and not having Hopgood play as many minutes
Yeah,
as
that's
he
a
is
good
at the
shout.
moment.
That's a great shout.
So yeah,
Or,
I'm just thinking, how does that work
yeah,
here?
I could also see, like, Hopgood changing roles but playing the same minutes or even more minutes. Like Walker comes on and Hopgood moves to prop.
Potentially, but
Because yeah,
I don't see it happening.
like because what I was thinking, like, why would you guys
Potentially.
want Walker? He's a small forward, right? He's not a big guy. And my thing was maybe he's there to help out while Mitchell Moses is out. Not play in the halves,
Who knows?
but play in the pack and play as that extra link player. Because he can ball play and he was a 6 before, right? So I wonder
Yeah.
maybe if that's why you've bought him. Which should send up alarm bells for any Knights fans because it means Dylan Brown needs help with Moses out. So, you know.
I don't know if I don't think there needs to be any alarm bells going right now. There's a massive siren that has been going on for the
Yeah, the
last three
tsunami
weeks, and
warning's been happening.
if the Knights, yeah, that's a massive tsunami warning. There's cyclones and there's tornado warnings, and I mean if the Knights can't see that, then I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, anyways, let's get back to the point here.
Yes, we've digressed. Let's get
I
back.
would say, yeah, we digress. I would say let's see what our options are.
Hmm.
I don't mind keeping him for another week. That's not my biggest or pressing issue with Jermaine right now, only because I'd like to see what impact Dylan Walker then has.
Hmm.
Because I can imagine Dylan Walker. I think the big problem we have here at the moment is we've lost our sense of direction with how we bring our forwards into the game. And then, of course, our halves are, I can't put it all on Dean Hawkins, but I can put it all on um,
The other D.
Deal Bags for not doing enough there. But anyway,
Let's get some
let's
trade
go
outs
back into
going.
this. Yeah. So
Uh, how much have you
let's
got?
look at options
100k,
for
right?
Hopgood.
Yeah, let's look at our options.
Say that again.
You've got 100k, right? In the bank? Yep. Yeah, it's 100k in
700.
the bank. Oh no, when without it, it'd be 100k, which is pretty good.
Yep,
So yeah.
100k, correct. So we got our boy over here, Carrigan,
Mhm.
as an option,
Who did I stop you from
and we
trading in
got our
last week? Raiders guy.
I forgot. Oh yeah, the Raiders guy. That's right, Nicholson or
Nicholson.
something like that.
Yep. So probably do
Um,
by average points or by dollars per point. One of those two will bring him up.
excuse
There he
me,
is.
Matty Nicholson. There we go.
Yeah.
Trey Mooney.
Yeah, I wouldn't this week. I think he's been named on the bench, if at all. Um, yeah, he's been
Wow.
named on the bench, so I wouldn't. And that's because Josh Papali'i's back. Joseph Tarpany, sorry, not Josh Papali'i. Joseph Tarpany's back, so I wouldn't go Trey Mooney right now. But if he's named to start
Uh,
or goes well this week, then yeah, get him in.
the options here are Ethan Bullimore.
Yeah, I wouldn't because he scored, I think, 2 tries. So that's like 40
Did he?
points. Yeah, got a double.
Oh,
At
there we
least he
go.
might have got more. I was like, yeah, I was half passing out, but yeah,
I'm still looking at Matty Nicholson as
yeah, I think it's a
being
good
an
trade in.
option there.
I think it's a great trade in.
Because then we'll get some money and we can actually get a better potential winger slash center
Yeah, who do you want to
combination
trade
here.
out there?
I'm thinking of Toya could probably stay a little bit longer because I
Yeah,
think we
he's got
can
cash.
make a bit more money. But I kind of want to get rid of Billy Smith right now.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
good. I think
because then I want to see if I can trade. I mean, I can swap it with Tamale, and then Tamale we monitor again, see if he value. All I'm hoping for Tamale at the moment is he's a value player, and he's just
yeah,
gonna make me
yeah, 100%.
money up until I trade him.
CD wings are
So
volatile. You hope you get lucky with tries. And then when they peak, you
correct.
sell them. That's it.
So let's go put these two up just to make it a bit easy for me to visualize.
Yeah.
So we've got.
The other thing I like to do when I do this, now that you've got your trade outs, oh, you're not getting rid of Smith?
No, yeah, no, yeah. I just wanted to see specifically this first. So if I was to make a decision, um, looking at a Matty Nicholson, looking at a Ethan Bullimore.
Look, I would probably go White over Bullimore. White only scored 1 try and got 87. Um, so he's right,
Yeah,
yeah.
White as well.
And it's
Yeah,
still
and
starting,
then
so even with Collins back.
yeah, yeah. So I'm just checking what else is what
Well, you
what
actually
options we have.
scrolled past another option. Aaron Clark has been averaging like 50, but Dylan Walker's leaving.
gives him more time.
Yeah,
He's that role.
yeah. So I don't know if I'd go this week. What's his break even? Do you have to go this week?
Oh,
So Clark, CL. There we go. Break even at 23. Oof. um, yeah. Scroll down a little bit. He's playing 44
I mean, he
minutes.
only has to get 23 points and then he goes up, right?
Yeah. But the other, like, he's got the bye as well after. So he'll play the Tigers away, and then he'll have the bye, and then so it might be worth, even if he goes up, it might be worth just, Matty Nicholson probably a better option. Just get him in, and then after the bye, look at Aaron Clark, and you'd also be able to see how his minutes go without Dylan Walker, hopefully.
Okay. Oh, wait, is Maddie Nicholson actually named for this week?
Yeah, so he's going to play on the edge,
Poddy? Okay.
and he's probably going to stay in the team until Zach Hosking comes back.
Okay.
So if he plays 2 more games, it's a good trade, essentially.
Yep. Okay, so we'll keep that, and then we go Tamale now. Put him in there
Are you
in the
getting rid of Tamale?
mix, and
I thought you were getting rid of Smith.
oh, sorry, Billy Smith. I don't know why I said Tamale.
Just don't like Mexican
Billy
food.
Smithy boy. Oh, he get this boy in here.
Is he playing?
Samrani. No, he isn't. He's not selected this week. I just want to make a comment there. Actually, I quite like to see him play a bit more first grade.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, when Moses comes back, I hope he gets more opportunity to come back onto the team. And once the team gets a bit more cohesion, I'd like to see him and Josh Adokar really battle it out.
So
Although I
you'd keep
think
Russell in the team.
Adokar right now, yeah, I would keep Russell on the team for now, because I want to keep developing Russell. I see a potential, like Russell's one of our fastest players, right? He chases people down. He's still lacking a bit more confidence when it comes to the high balls, but anyways, I would like to see Samrani, although I think Adokar actually brings a bit of energy, which I liked seeing last week, although he didn't have massive impact. I think the energy is what we need. Anyways, back to selection here. Okay, so I've got 700 cash to spend. Thomas Jenkins is playing this week, you said?
Yeah, but he's only played 1 game so far, so I'd hold off. That being
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
right?
And that
That
was
being said, he's versing the Bunnies. It's like,
exactly. And he's 250. Okay, let's look at it, right? He's 215. Edwards will definitely not be back for another 2 weeks easily. We can see him at least go
well,
up in
Edwards
value
doesn't matter
before we have
anymore
to sell him.
because he's not named to play fullback. He's named to play centre.
Is he?
Yeah, so he's playing centre. He's not playing fullback. They're gonna Laurie's back to play fullback.
Okay, and Jenkins is going. Okay,
Yeah,
and that's why you don't know whether McLean or Jenkins.
yeah. So it
Okay,
just depends. They've been a bit trigger happy, Penrith, after the
that's a
couple
bit.
of losses. Because
Yeah, I
I think,
forget about Laurie. Yeah,
yeah,
if Dane Laurie's there, then I'd pick Dane Laurie over Jenkins.
yeah.
Just for the experience factor that
So
they need.
they've
Okay.
they've pushed Alamotti, I think, to the wing. Is that right? Let me just double check. No, yeah. So Alamotti and Toto will be the wingers, and Tago and Jenkins will be the centres. Which
Okay.
to me says that he'll stay in the team, but I'm just not sure. But if you think he's going to stay in the team, I know I said the rule is don't jump the gun after 1 game, but if he's going to score points, if you think he's going to score points this week, it might be worth it anyway. Just for the points, even if the
Oh,
price doesn't change.
yeah. Well, I think he's worth running that risk, or I just go and spend far out. Ruben Garrick.
Yeah, bit of a beast.
Far out. That's
Look,
massive.
you could boost and get him in.
I could, but why would I want to get him in? I mean, he's versing Para, but
Yeah,
you got
that's why.
Turbo back. Yeah, but you got Turbo back.
He scores well with Turbo anyway. All that changes is Turbo gets the assists for the Garrick tries, or Garrick just kicks all the goals that Turbo sets up.
No, I don't know. I
The
mean,
the, the history
this one
says
we
that
probably
he still scores well.
could get a lot of points out of Bradman Best. I mean, versing the buy, it might be a really
Yeah,
good
look,
time for him to
I
score
don't
some
know, but
tries there.
I don't know. We might struggle a little bit.
Okay. Sorry, let's get back to serious business now.
Yes,
Um,
business. Uh,
I mean, we could spend money on Alamotti. What's his break even?
I wouldn't go Alamotti. There's better options, to be
Why?
honest. There's just
His
better
break even's
options. Like,
14.
yeah, but the break even's
He
not
goes up
everything.
in
When you're
value next
spend,
week, and then
yeah, when you're
yeah, but he goes
spending.
up in value
Okay,
next week.
Go to Garrick's break even.
Am I spelling his name right?
GAR.
Yeah, I did that as well. I couldn't find him.
Well, it's double
Oh, there
R,
it
so
is.
it'll be after Ghana. Yeah. There you go, 23.
What's that gun?
Yeah, so he's 60-60 is the rule. You can see the highlight there next on top of the gun. So if you score
Yeah,
60% of the time, that means you're a 60-60 gun. And it just means you're consistently scoring well. And if, like,
23.
just look at this guy,
Goes
man.
up in value.
He's. I don't even like to put him in my team. I like him on the field to watch him, but I always feel uneasy with Garrick in my team. I think he's always volatile just because the way he scores his points is through scoring actual footy points, not through runs and stuff. But he just always does it. It's ridiculous. Man, when Manly turn up, they turn up. The only downside is after Parramatta he plays Melbourne. So,
Yeah.
but it's up to you. I would go Garrick over
I don't know if
Alamotti.
I'll boost though, but then I wouldn't boost this. This is where I go, okay.
You,
We then look at
the
trading.
way I spread
We
my
keep
boosts
Billy,
out,
keep up Billy, and we just get rid of a McLean.
I think I was too cautious when I explained boosts to you. The way
Okay.
I spend my boosts is usually one or two before Origin, two during, and then whatever's left after to get my team set up really quickly. The only rule I have is you save a boost for the last round when everyone gets rested.
Yep.
So save a boost there because that if everyone gets rested at that point of the season, your team's full of guns. So if someone gets rested, you could lose 80 points. So it's worth holding a trade there, which leaves you four. One I usually use after Origin to set up my team. Two I use during Origin just to get an extra 80 to 100 points. And then you can use one or two before as well. Um, so don't be too don't be too shy on using a boost, especially early, right? Because if you use it to set up your team now, you've got 20 whatever rounds of benefit from that. Versus if you use it later, you've only got 15 rounds of benefit from that. So it's always it's about judging the value.
Yep.
I'm not saying use a boost. I'm just saying they're not as special as what I think is in your head. I'm pretty sure I might have used the boost already in my personal team. Let me have a look.
Yeah, okay. While you're looking at that, I'm
Yeah,
thinking we go
yeah, I
for
used the boost last week.
price wise, Carly Rowe.
Go to his Supercoach stats. So IRO. Mate, it's not bad, eh?
It just keeps it cheaper right now where I'm not comfortable. Not that I'm not comfortable, but I don't really want to do a double trade and think about another player,
Yeah,
especially with this time that we have
yeah,
to
that's pretty
record.
good. Well, who's he got? The doggies, and then
Correct, the doggies.
so if you go back to his
And
Supercoach stats, he's got the
then
doggies
we've got Raiders. Yeah,
away,
this is going to be good.
Raiders
This is going to
away,
be good.
Raiders in Canberra though, and then Manly at
Ooh,
home, and then Newcastle in Newcastle.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, if you want to get
It'll
him,
be
get him.
alright.
He's not a bad play.
So sorry, I'm only saying that because I just saw him just then. I'm
No, no,
just
no,
doing
no.
a
Yeah,
quick scheme of
keep
what
looking.
other people are there.
Do you want to maybe go by
Um,
average now? Because we're looking at guns, right? So instead of dollars per point, yeah, do it by average. See who's at the top. So Christian Tui Piloto is going to go up a shitload of cash as well. Um,
But they versus Melbourne. It's a big
yeah,
risk for picking Nanana.
yeah. I don't know if he's going to get the points, but he's going to go up in cash like massively. He'll make like 150k in 2 weeks. Um, who else is there? Yeah,
Alright,
Iro.
should I pick him up then?
I don't know. Go to his Supercoach stats to see what it says. Because so essentially, what I'm looking for here is if it's just on tries, then I wouldn't get him. Right? I want to look at his draw, and so negative 54. Man, that's insane. Um, and it's not just on tries. Like he bases 30. That's not horrible. And then he's got you guys, and then Titans at home after Melbourne. Jeez, that's not a bad buy. I might. Oh my god, I'm gonna think about that.
Yeah, but right now I need points.
Yeah,
And he's the way he will go up in after next
he'll
week
go
though.
up a shitload of cash.
It might be just worth getting, to be honest. I
Yeah.
think I might do that. I think that's my trade.
Yeah, and obviously, like, if you have time, you can look at this again and change things around.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so
So
save
let's put
this and
that.
let's see what holes are left.
Okay. I would probably put Tuipulotu over who are the Roosters playing?
Titans.
No, I'd keep him there. And then
Mm,
Raiders versus Cowboys. I'd still probably put him over one of these players.
yeah. Who do the Dolphins have? Broncos at Suncorp?
Yeah. I feel like Osaka will need like Dolphin. I like to be those underdog story, but
Yeah. Tui
so
Pilotu, if he scores 60 for the next 2 weeks, he'll go up by 100k.
yeah,
So,
I'm gonna
and
take a
in one
risk.
week, if he scores 60 next week, he'll go up by 90k. So it could be just be a 1 week play. Could also be a bad
Yep.
play, like because it won't last. Like his break even after 2 weeks will go up to like 80. So just be wary. Versus Kalero, who you probably just hold the whole way through.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, you can make that decision tomorrow or whatever.
Perfect. And then I'll put my vice captain. Now, who's playing first?
Who was your captain? Tommy?
Tommy.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you're just doing your reserves, is that right?
Yep. It's all done.
It's all
Already did
done.
it.
Nice, mate. I'll bring around the podcast team and we'll just go through that one quickly.
Sounds good.
I'll where's that? That's in my Chrome tab. And then I'll also share that with you, mate. How do I? There we go. Share screen. There we go. You should be able to see that. 884. Season rank 29,000. Pretty much 30,000. Let's have a crack. Did I already mess around with this team? Yeah, I did. So we got 43 trades. A few major concerns coming through. Can you see that pretty good, Henry?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. So I've set up the team as best I can. Like, we have no halfbacks this week, so we're going to have to make a trade there. Connor Watson also isn't playing, so let's start him for now. Take the reserve off. Put it on Gemma, put it on Toya. There we go. So there's two strategies here. We can either trade out Duffy or
How much
Cleary.
cash do you have?
Not a lot, but we can make two trades. We can even boost if we need to. Do you think we should keep Cleary or sell him?
Who would you trade him for, though? And then you purchase him again the week after. Is that the plan?
We'll see how like if he because his break even's 145. Let's have a look at the price change calculator. Go for Cleary. It's Jet. Nathan. I think he probably averages. We'll give him a generous, not generous. We'll give him an average of 70. I hate how slow this is. I hope there's a faster way to do it. Shit. Cool. Now he won't play. That looks weird. What's going on here? He won't play Souths, but if he scores 60, he loses 60k. He'll lose about 120k, and then you can bring him back for the Roosters game. But if he scores a little bit more than 70, he's only losing like 80k, and you're spending a trade, so it might not be worth it. With Duffy, we'd have to generate cash somewhere else, so we'd have to sell somebody who's pretty expensive.
Well, you're looking at that Hopgood trade, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at a Hopgood, and then you could potentially get like a Matty Nicholson in here under your backs. Probably looking at McLean for 400 for someone that isn't certain to start now is pretty high, and he's already increased in value anyway. So possibly a McLean or a Hopgood to try and generate some cash for you.
Yeah, those are great shouts. I'm thinking maybe Jenkins go a week early because I also think he's going to score points.
Yeah,
Um,
that gives you someone cheap, score points, get him into the backs. That's a trade for McLean, and then you have some extra cash for a halfback.
I'm just going to look at Hooker quickly because we can move Sandon down to halfback. So let's see what the options are there. There's not too many that I'm super keen on.
Well, Corey Pake should have a big game, right? Suncorp against the Finns.
Hmm. Who's their bench guy? Billy Walters is on the bench. Yeah. No, I think I missed the boat on Pake. So missing the boat is just he's already gone up 50k.
Yeah,
He's really only
I
scoring
get it.
46, so we've missed the boat on him. Now, somebody like a Tom Starling, maybe you haven't missed the boat. If you think he's going to keep scoring, like averaging 70, you haven't missed the boat. Yeah, you've
I
lost
missed
to
the boat on Wade
90k.
Egan.
Hey?
Someone told me to trade Wade Egan, but yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
mate, look,
continue.
the boat is going to sink soon. Everyone got on the Titanic thinking it was all shiny, and then look what happened, mate. You're welcome. So yeah, we probably don't get a hooker in this week. Oh, I really don't want to miss out on Matty Nicholson, though. Alright, let's just see how much money we need to generate. Who did you say we're going to bring in here?
I mean, you can bring Humphreys in here.
Yeah.
I didn't say any name, by the way, for
Oh, okay.
who you can put in here.
The
But
two that I'm
yeah,
thinking are Humphreys or Katoa.
I would say
Like
for the
70
extra
average.
almost 100, you'd go you'd go Humphreys.
Yeah.
Who are the bunnies versing for the next few weeks?
Let's have a look. Penrith. Then the
It's gonna be a tough
Chooks.
one.
Cowboys at home. Yeah, he's got a tough run. So you can also tell by the colours here. It's a pretty
Yep.
tough run. Um, versus Katoa. And the other good thing is Katoa's done this by setting up tries, not scoring them. Whereas Humphreys scored a junk try last week. Junk just pretty much means like you can't rely on it. It's in the final few minutes. I don't know how good he goes here. But then, the Titans. Oh, then he's got a tough run too. Far out.
Who else is there?
Um,
Daily Cherry Evans.
yeah, it's expensive, but Trindle.
Um, nah, it's too expensive for Trindle. For what you're trying to generate some money for, like a Matty Nicholson, no way.
We could let's look at 5/8 because we can move Metcalf into halfback. Chanel averaging 60. That's not bad actually.
Yeah. But does Chanel continue his run where he is? Should they be putting a
Tomorrow
Martin
Martin.
in there? His name?
Maybe, but they
Yeah.
haven't yet. He's got the Tigers,
Which I'm so,
but then
so
he's got the
surprised they
Storm,
haven't.
and then he's got the Broncos, but at home. Not a bad shout. He can make another 50k. It's not all money though. I need an actual player. Um, yeah, there's not really anyone catching my eye here. Wishart's gonna start at
There you
halfback.
go. Don't you like paying overs for a player? You got dill bags right there. Classic Knights play.
Yeah, mate. This is Nah. Yeah, nah. Wow.
Sorry, I had to.
Nah, that's fine. I can't believe we got stuck. I was relying on Cleary. Connor Watson, if we move him up, we can then look at... Oh, mate, am I good. Fuck.
Perfect.
Well, we got Matty Nicholson, and now we can just go McLean to Jenkins.
And Jenkins. Yeah, there
And
you go.
that, mate, is the power dual position. That's the power dual
There you
position,
go.
ladies and gentlemen. You're happy with those, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I've recommended, right?
Yeah. We'll put the reserve on him as well. Who's Toya got?
Besides the fact that you picked whoever you traded over Hopgood.
Yeah. Well, I traded Tom Duffy and McLean.
That's right.
The only
Oh,
downside is
that's
we
right.
got
Yeah,
to
I did
play.
recommend.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah,
play Sandon Smith, but he's got the Titans at home, so hopefully that's good.
he'll be alright.
Why's the reserve off him?
You
Toya or Shibasaki, mate? Who should we play?
Toya. Look at that versing. They're versing Titans.
Yeah.
No, keep
Yep.
reserves. Yeah.
The Raiders play when?
Yeah, big Warriors, bro.
When do the Tigers play? They play
There's the big red though. Get gassed
Nah, we'll be fine.
in that big steaming hot weather up in
He's a Queenslander.
Townsville.
We'll be
I
fine.
don't know.
Queenslander, mate. Queenslander. I'm just sorting out the
Matty over Martin.
There we go. Toya plays early, so Tamale, I think. There we go. Boom. Dunskies. How good.
I like it, mate.
Yeah. My team's screwed this week, my personal team, so yeah, that's going to take a lot of thinking for me, so we won't bring that up just for time's sake, but this is what we're doing. I know we said we'd go through vice captains, but I'm not feeling the best, so we'll probably do that next week. And put an actual explainer, and I also want to front end it to the start of the podcast, because it's probably more interesting than our teams. But yeah, this is where we're at. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. You rest up, Shawnee.
Will do, mate. Will do.
Speak next week.
Yep. Bye.